here and prevented us today from discussing, for example, the Chancellor's extremely important statement. Some 17... well, I mean, the Liberals say we'd never do that. The Chancellor has announced major increases in expenditure on education, on health, in a second. I know you don't want to hear this. On health, on education and on social care. And today, this very day, I've had a letter from the Secretary of State from Health in my capacity as Chairman of the Economic Affairs Committee, responding very positively with regard to the future of social care and the commitments being made. We have no opportunity to discuss that this afternoon. We have no opportunity to have the statement because this game playing by the opposition is continuing. I give way to the Noble Lord.
The Noble Lord, if he could give me an example of when this House had taken a spending statement by the Chancellor on the day on which it was made.
Well, I would say to the Noble Lord, he knows perfectly well that this is a self-regulating House, and if the government wished, if the government wished to do so together with the opposition, then that would be possible. But the example, but maybe I put a point to him. Can he give me an example in the entire history of this House, from the very beginning of this House, when anyone has ever put forward a guillotine motion on the order paper? I give way to him if he can. No, he can, because it is utterly and absolutely unprecedented.
I think it might be to the benefit of the House. I'm sorry for interrupting the Noble Lord. If I answered all his points when I make my speech sequentially.
Well, that would be a first. I have to say, getting an answer out of the Noble Lord is not as easy as getting him to ask a question. The fact is, my lords, the use of the guillotine is an absolute outrage. It is constitutionally unprecedented and dangerous for our democracy. It is an abomination. These are not my words. These are the words of the former Lord Chancellor, Lord Faulkner, in 2011, when David Cameron was proposing the possibility of tabling a guillotine motion in this House. And if it was an abomination then for the Labour Party, and if it was constitutionally unprecedented and dangerous for our democracy, so is it today. And the noble lady should be ashamed of herself for being a party, no doubt on the orders of Mr. Corbyn, and indeed, turning to the crossbenchers, I don't know if the noble Baroness de Souza is in her place, but at the time, she said that the crossbenchers will vote against this or fail to turn up. It'll be interesting to see what happens today.
Just to reassure the Noble Lord, I have to claim credit, along with other members of your Noble Lord's House, for the motion. But I can also ask him when he's going to get to the point of his amendment.
The point of my amendment is that these are very serious matters, that we are making a dangerous and unprecedented, to quote the former Lord Chancellor, assault on the part of this House, and that this is not something that should just be nodded through as part of a business motion. We should